Uh, all right, so welcome to the episode 5 of the Melbourne Stars podcast. I'm Mighty Melbourne Stars.
Yeah, I'm Melbourne Stars News. I'm the Instagram account and I'm the co-host of this podcast. We try to bring the Stars fans some entertainment throughout the off season. We've got a few questions and stuff, and we're just going to be getting some answers and stuff. And we've got some guests joining us. We got Cam.
Hello, I'm Cameron, and I'm just here because I'm a massive fan of cricket, pretty much. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. We just try and get some different guests on every week, and we're lucky enough to have Cam this week, and we've got one other guy hopefully joining soon, Henry. But Heath, Mighty Melbourne Stars will start asking us some questions and getting some opinions. So yeah, we'll let him take it away.
Yeah, so with the Melbourne Stars, I was wondering, so with our game plan, what would you like to see us do next year? Would you like to see us chase totals or defend totals, or what do you reckon we should definitely adapt for our game plan for us to be dominant and a title contender in the Big Bash?
I'll start us off, and then the guests can continue after. I think I want to see us try and chase every time we get the opportunity. I know obviously we can't get that opportunity every game, but I feel as a percentage, we do a lot better when we're chasing and not trying to set a total. It's just the way it's been the past few seasons. And I also think I want to see us play a more aggressive game style. I think a lot of the time in the power surge or in the power play, we're just really slow, kind of playing it like an ODI type game. We're not really up at that T20 standard sometimes, and we kind of rely on certain batters like Maxwell to kind of bring our run rate up. So yeah, I think we need to play a bit more aggressive. That's my opinion.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you guys. We've got another guest, Henry. He just popped in. I'll add him and we'll get his thoughts after Cam.
Yeah, no worries.
Hi,
Hello.
Henry.
Good, mate. Thank you for having me. Sorry I'm a bit late.
No, that's
All
okay.
good. All sweet.
All right. So Henry, we just had one question that we just got started on, so you're not too late. Don't worry. It's just how do you want to see the Melbourne Stars kind of play next year? Like, do you want to see them be chasing more or set a total? Like, how do you feel about our gameplay? Like, would you like us to see us play more aggressive, or would you like us to be like kind of more careful, like more protective? Like, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, probably hoping that we're a bit more aggressive. Definitely the power surge. I mean, just getting off to the good start, not throwing the wicket away too early. Like, obviously we've got a good attacking player, Tom Rogers, at the top of the order, and hopefully moving Stoyan up to the opening position. Hopefully boost the run rate up a bit, and yeah, just hope to see us go well and hopefully bring home everything.
Everything.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the question that Heath asked before, Cam?
My personal thoughts. So, I reckon Stars have a whole bunch of great attacking batsmen. So, chasing would be strong suit. So, I reckon they just need the openers, Rogers, and maybe Stoinis also open. That's a pretty good idea. Uh, then bringing Cartwright up the order, maybe Maxi at four, and just getting off with a great start, starting off with a bang, getting probably in the power surge, power play, sorry, getting about six and over. Six and over would be pretty good. Then would set them up for the rest. Then towards the end, stay in the middle overs, just rotate the strike, get a couple runs. In the power surge, I reckon we'll take it 15th, 16th over. Then from there, just play tactically. Then if we have wickets in hand, go big or go home kind of thing.
Yeah, I totally agree with both your responses. I think attacking is definitely the sort of game style we need to be aiming for. I think we play a lot better when we do attack. Yeah, and obviously, as Cam said, we have a lot of power batters. You know, Maxwell, Stoinis, Rogers, Cartwright. The list goes on. So I think definitely tweaking our order and changing up who comes in at the top order, who comes in the middle order will definitely, hopefully, we'll do some swaps throughout the year and the selectors, change things up. I'd personally like to see Stoinis come in at the top of the order and maybe even Cartwright come up at the top of the order.
I agree because Cartwright and Stoyan up there are, in my personal opinion, Cartwright and Stoyan. Like, remember when Stoyan got his famous 140 odd at the G?
Yeah, definitely do.
Yeah, we all do.
He were he was batting with Cartwright that day, and man, it's a memory lodged in my brain. Like I can't get it out because I remember that night I was packing for a vacation I was about to go on, and then just watching Stoinis and Cartwright absolutely tear the sixes up, and yeah, that was so entertaining to watch, and we ended up winning that game. So um, yeah,
Yeah,
if hopefully with those two up the top would be very beneficial for us, kind of thing, going next year.
yeah, definitely. I think that partnership was one of the best opening partnerships in Big Bash history, if not the best. I mean, that strike rate was unmatchable, and especially in that game against the Sixers when Stornis 147 not out, that was incredible. So yeah, we'll move on to our next question. I will see what Mighty Melbourne Stars has for us.
So I got a good question. So when we play against like all the Big Bash teams, do you reckon if they, for example, if they throw a game plan that we've never seen before, do you reckon we need to change our game plan or adapt to it within the innings? Like, what do you think of that?
Yeah, I'll go first again, and then the guests after. I think if they're throwing a different game style, game plan, I think we need to try and adapt as quickly as possible. Um, I noticed this season we kind of didn't do that. You know, when teams are striking the ball at, 10 runs and over or 12 runs and over, we've kind of not adjusted to it with our bowling lineup. I feel like Maxwell could have chosen, some better options in the bowling attack at times. But yeah, I think as long as we adjust to our problems early in the innings, and have time to make up for our mistakes, then we'll be all right.
Yeah, I agree. Um, yeah, so probably the same as Melbourne Stars news. Definitely, just adapting to our game. Obviously, if it's not where you want to be, like you know what I mean, kind of like a couple wickets down, or they're rolling us and stuff. Just obviously not stick to the game plan, but like just see out overs. Obviously, don't go too big and just yeah, kind of stumped you on that question to be honest.
No, you're all good, mate. Totally understand. It's a bit of a tricky. Some of these questions are tricky. We don't expect crazy answers, just little opinions. So yeah, that was fine. And yeah, Cam, what are your thoughts on if a team throw a game plan at us? How should we respond to it?
Um, Personally, I reckon fight fire five. Their game plan just say they want to go out and get us out to bat first, as they know we're better at chasing. I reckon we should then fight fire fire. If they think that sorry, if they think that we're going to play attacking, play slightly more defensive, and then towards the end bow, like go for it, just swing for the fences kind of thing, because they would not be expecting it. And then in the second innings, just I don't know, it's just cricket, just try to get them out, pretty much. Yeah, it's a difficult question, I guess.
Yeah, you're all good. You got anything else for us, Heath?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that, Cam. But honestly, like if we go out and swing, we have to do it at the right time and be smart about it, because you don't want to go out to you don't want to swing for to the Yorker and then just absolutely get out. You need to like play the shots wisely, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
totally
agree.
agree.
Yeah. So another thing is the AFL season is fast approaching, and I was just wondering if like do we if I could get all of you guys like predictions for the Brownlow, Coleman, and your Premier for the year, and on thoughts on if you guys follow a team, what how your team's going to go, and what do you expect from them?
Yeah. Well, I think it's a great idea to bring up some AFL talk, as it's not the cricket, it's not the Big Bash season right now. So, to the guests, we've kind of don't have too many questions for you guys. So we'll get into the AFL stuff. I'll go for Hawthorn. I'm expecting them to hopefully finish around 12th to 13th. I'm hoping for a little improvement. For the Brownlow, this might sound a bit generic or boring, but I think Nick Dacos has a good chance. I'm interested to see how he performs this season. So, yeah, that's it for me. And I'll hand over to Henry.
Yeah, so I'm a big Carlton supporter ever since I was born. Obviously, Dad's team. Well, not obviously, but yeah. I'm expecting us to make the 8, and if we don't make the 8, something's gone very wrong. Yeah, I'm a bit basic too. I reckon Nick Dacos takes home the Brownlow as well. Obviously, he's just young and he's a gun, and yeah.
Yeah, personally, I go for the Brisbane Lions, considering I'm a Queenslander. And touching on your thing, Henry, considering you go for Carlton, at my school, the great Matty Lappin works at my school, and he's my AFL coach. So it's pretty fun to have him around.
Yeah, that's
But
awesome. That's
bloody amazing. He's a fun bloke to be around. But my personal thing for the AFL season coming up, I'm a massive Lions supporter. Because it's the only good Queensland team to go for when I picked out at the time. But so personally, I reckon we're gonna come top 4. I'm just gonna we're gonna make the semis. Just that. Not high expectations from me, because I just want to see the Lions just play some good footy. Brownlow, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go Lockie Neal back to back because just love locks. So, and my Coleman, Charlie Curnow. Charlie Curnow for Coleman.
Do you want to say your predictions, Mighty Melbourne Stars?
Yeah, so obviously you can see I'm a St Kilda supporter, always have been. So I reckon for us, I really think we need to honestly push for top 4. If we can't get that, make the finals again. Everyone's predicting us to slide out. I don't think we'll slide out. It's just a bunch of bollocks. We've got the list. I know we have fresh, a lot of injuries, but I really think we can do some damage to the other teams. My prediction for the Brownlow, I'm going to go Bontempelli. He was obviously robbed last year, and in 2021 as well. I reckon he'll take it home. For the Coleman medal, I'm going to go Nick Larkey from North Melbourne. He kicked 71 goals, came third in the Coleman, did well for a bottom side. And for my premiers, I'm going to go the boring option in Collingwood. I know it's not everyone's opinion, but I'm just they're just a good team to watch, and I honestly think nothing is stopping them from going back to back. What do you guys think?
Yeah, Collingwood. I mean, great team. I hate to admit it, but they have had a really good last couple of seasons, and yeah, I could definitely agree with your predictions. All of you guys had amazing predictions. Yeah, I could definitely see Collingwood going back to back.
Yeah, I'm not going to go Collingwood. Carlton, Collingwood are rivals, and I hate them with a passion. So, start of the year, I was confident with the Blues, and I backed them. But after looking at the practice matches, it's a big no, I reckon. So I'm going to go with the Brisbane Lions to take it all home.
Personally, so yeah, Lions supporter, and like Henry, I hate Collingwood with a passion. I used to have a mate who went for Collingwood. Then I realised he went for Collingwood, and we're not mates anymore. So that's how much I hate Collingwood. So, I just personally think Lions are going to make it, but that's only my bias. But if anyone else apart from the Lions are going to win, this is going to be a bold prediction. I reckon that it's gonna be just this is bold, Richmond, just bold kind of thing. That's my boldest prediction for the season. Just Richmond gonna get the
Yeah,
final
I
because
like it.
I feel like they're a little bit like angry at themselves, not really doing well the past couple of seasons, and just wanting the glory days back of when they won 4 in 3 years. So yeah, they'll be looking back on the glory days and just wanting to repeat history this year, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, I have one more question for the guest. It's not AFL related, and we actually me and Heath asked this question in our last podcast, but we haven't had Cam or Henry's opinion on this. It's about Glenn Maxwell resigning from his captaincy. I know this news is a bit old, but we haven't had you guys respond to it. So I'd just like to get your thoughts on why how will this affect the Stars? Why do you think he made the decision? Do you think it's a good decision? Just kind of give me your overall thoughts on the situation.
So my opinion on Maxi resigning, I mean, all good things have to come to an end. So sadly, this was one of the good things that had to come to an end. And yeah, I reckon just so my personal thing is Maxi just didn't want to be captain of the Stars anymore. Just he wanted someone else to carry being the captain of the Stars and not him because probably the workload and like the pressure was on his shoulders. So he just wanted the pressure off his shoulders. I reckon that's all he wanted, pretty much.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, definitely good to, I reckon, make a change. I'm hoping Hilton Cartwright gets the job, but if he doesn't, that's all right. Yeah, I think it's good for the club just for a bit of change. Obviously, Maxi's getting a little bit older now, and never too late to start making change. So yeah, just hope we do good next year.
Yeah, great responses, guys. Man, I'll keep mine short and sweet because I've already talked about this for hours to a load of other people and other fans of my account. But yeah, I think it's not a bad decision overall. Obviously, I would have loved to see Maxi stayed captain, but I think it was the right time. He's got 2 years left on his contract, so now's a great time to hand over to someone else. And I mean, he's still in the team at the end of the day, so we can't be too worried about that. Maybe now that he's not captain, he'll have more time to work on himself and think on himself, and maybe that'll get us some better performances. He might his strike rate might go up a bit. Might get some more 50s or maybe even another 100 in the Big Bash. That would be lovely. So, yeah, I mean, I'm hoping for Hilton Cartwright as our new captain, but I'm sure anyone will make a great impression for the Stars. I mean, we've got a great lineup, so I wouldn't be mad at anyone, really. But, yeah, that's all I have for questions and thoughts. Heath, do you have anything else, or what are your thoughts? Are we done? Or?
I'll just do one more question. I've already done this before. Like my co-host, I just think Stoinis is the pick for my captain. He's just got all the leadership qualities about him. And my other question is from all of your teams, who you reckon is the smoky for an All-Australian?
It's a really good question. AFL. Ooh. I mean, there's a lot of Hawks that we don't really have a star player yet, I'll say. But I'm going to give it, this might be a bit of a hot take. I'm going to say Dylan Moore or Mitch Lewis. I mean, obviously, Mitch has had a couple injuries, but I think hopefully if we get a consistent season out of them both, then I think we'll be lucky in the coming years. But I'm not really too sure. I mean, like I said, we don't have a star player kind of at the moment, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. So probably this player probably shined in finals. Probably in the Sydney final, won us the game in the end. Going my smoky for all Australians, Matthew Cottrell.
My All-Australian Smoky has got to be Sydney's Golden Boy, Errol Goulden, or Toby Green, another Sydney bloke, except don't really like GWS, but he's my favourite player on GWS. So I reckon I'll have to give those two lads the Smoky for All-Australian. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, we've had some great answers, guys. I've just confirmed. Do you have anything else to talk about, Mighty Melbourne Stars, or is that a wrap?
And for my All Australian, I reckon Rowan Marshall was about due for an All Australian. He got close last year. Arguably should have made it, but I reckon this year is his year. He'll dominate the ruck and he'll be All Australian.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, well, I think that's a wrap for episode number 5 of the podcast. Me and co-host will probably take a couple week break and just kind of reassess any news. Because obviously in the off season, there's not too much to talk about Big Bash related because there hasn't been much news for the Stars off of the Big Bash in general. Hopefully some more coming soon. So yeah, huge thank you to Cam and Henry for joining us today. It's always great to have guests on and get some other thoughts and opinions. So we really appreciate you guys coming on. And any other time you'd like to come on, just send me a message, or if I put something up on my story, just send me a response. And I'll hand over to Mighty Melbourne Stars to close it out.
No, thank you, fellas, for coming on. Appreciate it, sharing your thoughts, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. And if there's any news, any signings, we'll let you guys know.
Yeah, thank you for having me. And sorry, I was like 5 minutes late. Just had
No
a family.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Sorry, I was as well a little bit late. Just came home from school literally 10 minutes before this podcast started happened, so I had to settle back in. So, thank you very much for having me. This has been actually quite much fun. I'd say more fun than what I was expecting the podcast to be. But yeah, so thank you very much for having me, guys, and up a Brizzy Lions.
Yeah, thank you so much, Cam and Henry. It's been amazing. Got some great responses, and I guess we'll see you next time.
Thank you, guys. See you later.
See ya.
See ya.
See you guys. Gotta go mow lawn.